And we're officially live. Want to welcome everybody to our first official Amazon Live for Bark and Slumber. For those of you that may not be familiar with the brand that we're going to be talking about here today, we're a brand of premium pet beds that launched a couple months ago on Amazon. So we're so excited to be here chatting with you and kind of getting to introduce the brand to you for the first time. So let's do a couple of quick introductions. My name is Rachel.
I'm Andrew.
And again, very excited to be here today. Normally this is when we give people, 30 seconds to hop on and join us for all the fun we're going to be having today. So normally we do our shout outs during this portion. So Andrew, do you have any shout outs that you want to do?
I do. Say hello to my wife, Catherine, my 3-year-old son, Price, my 3-week-old son, Gibbs, and my 6-year-old Vishla, Maya.
Hello, Andrew's family and dog. And then I'm going to do my shout outs to my husband, Austin, and my little dog, Winnie. And then also shout out to my parents, Mark and Marcia. They yelled at me last time when I didn't give them a shout out, so I have to make sure I do it this time. But hey, everybody.
Hi, Mark and Marcia.
Thanks, they'll appreciate that.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, so we gave everybody a chance to hop on and join us. So let's go ahead and get started.
Okay.
So I talked about it a little bit before, but today we're really here to give you a brand intro for this brand new line of pet beds that we've launched on Amazon. So Bark and Slumber was really designed style first to be aesthetically pleasing and complement your home decor. So not the type of pet bed that you want to, hide when company comes over. It's not an eyesore. These are really designed to be beautiful and blend seamlessly with your existing home decor. And that's what makes them so special. So we're going to chat a little bit more and get into the specifics of aesthetics, design, style, all the different options that we offer, as well as talk about, some of the other pieces of the brand that make it so special. And then we also have a very special furry friend here to help demonstrate how awesome our beds are. So we'll welcome them in a little bit. I want to do a couple quick reminders before we get started that you can shop any of the beds that we're featuring here today below. So nice and convenient if you see something that you like. And then ask any questions that you have directly in the chat below, and we would love to answer them for you. So let's go ahead and get started.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, Andrew. So I gave a little, synopsis of the brand, but in your opinion, what makes Bark and Slumber so special and different from, what's already out there?
When we started this process of creating the brand, our main goal really was to unite two things that we have found are just really important in people's lives, and that's their pets and their home. Mm-hmm. And as we looked at the market and what was really out there with the current offering of pet beds, we just could not find anything that we would want to have in our homes from a design standpoint.
Right.
Pretty much most things that are out there are just not that attractive.
For sure.
And the beds that are attractive and good looking and have nice patterns these companies are charging a ridiculous amount of money for these beds. So we wanted to give people the option to have an affordable pet bed that they could pick for their home that matches their home decor, that they would choose just like they would choose any other piece of furniture that they would put in their home. And I think got some validation because the first time I brought one of our samples home, I think my wife said, I would actually let that stay out in our house instead of just throwing it in a closet when company came over.
Yeah, they're attractive beds for sure. Awesome. So you mentioned aesthetics. They're designed in-house in Michigan, correct?
Yep. So we have an in-house team of designers who literally travel the world researching design trends and home decor trends, and this is literally their job is to stay up with this stuff, and they put all of that knowledge into designing these colors, these patterns, which we'll show a little bit later. We'll show you all the different options, but yeah, it's our in-house team of designers here who brought these beautiful beds to life.
And they did an awesome job. And just a side note that we're actually going to be doing our next Amazon Live next week is focused kind of more on the design element in the background and how they come up with all these beautiful patterns and colors and options. So join next week for the design segment, and all of our super talented designers will be here to talk to you.
Won't want to miss it.
Yes. So speaking of that, I have one of our styles here. So this is our round lounger. So let's talk about this one for a minute and just some of the kind of design aesthetic details that you just touched on that make it so attractive. So let's talk about first, we have this beautiful fabric up top. So this is our Bentley Brown.
Yep.
And that is like a nice durable woven. And then if we flip over to this other side, This is our linen, kind of cream colored faux suede,
Yep,
correct?
it's a faux suede. Yeah, so as you feel it, it's got that kind of classic suede, smooth hand feel.
Soft.
Also, it just naturally is cooler to the touch. So if you have a dog that tends to run hot, is always looking to cool itself down, this is a good option for summer. And as you mentioned, we chose the color of this faux suede on every bed to coordinate with the rest of the bed. So if you wanted to flip it over, use it as essentially reversible,
right,
you could do that without sacrificing the appearance of the bed. So
yeah, I love it. It's like you get two beds in one. So you have, like I said, that nice Bentley brown option on the one side, and then you flip it and it's like a completely different bed. So, more bang for your buck.
Sure.
And then we have this gorgeous handle over on the other side, and this is kind of like our Bark and Slumber signature, I guess. Just another design element that kind of elevates the bed, and then also functional. You can carry it by the handle if you want to. Well, thanks for giving a little bit of background into aesthetics. So I want to jump in a little more and talk about all the different materials that the beds are made of. We talked about it. We said that they're premium materials, but let's kind of tell everyone what that means. So let's work from the inside out and talk about the fill options that we offer first.
Sure. So we have two different fill options, and what you have right here, this is our polyfill or fiber fill. This is the stuff that you would find just in a standard bed pillow, and we've really filled these things with a significant amount of it. There's a lot in there because we want
very plush.
As we talked to people to find out what was important for them, the thing that came out consistently was it has to be comfortable for my dog. And so we really went all out on filling these things with this fiber fill. So it's good. Dogs can sink into it while still being supported. So that's the fiber fill. And we also, I'll go over here, we have a foam option as well. And let's see, it almost slipped. That's why we have the handle. That's
what it's for.
No sense trying to pinch fabric when you don't have to. And so what's significant about this foam is that it's a full slab of foam, and a lot of the beds that you'll see on the market have kind of convoluted, or what's more commonly referred to as the egg crate foam. It's got all the divots in it, which is good for a mattress topper in a college dorm room, but maybe not on a pet bed. So we got a full slab, pretty hefty piece of it in the bed. This is good for larger dogs that might need a little more support, older dogs, or maybe just if you've noticed that your dog tends to prefer a more firm sleep surface, this would be a good option for them.
Absolutely. Yeah, like you said, nice and supportive. I've seen very large dogs lay on our foam and they are completely supported. It's not like you have the sinking that you see a lot with other dog beds. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So we talked about the fill types, and I do want to have one more call out about our polyfill, that it is 100% recycled. So it's made of recycled plastic bottles, which is amazing because we like to, be eco-friendly and do our part where we can. So just another amazing part of our fill options. So now that we've talked about fill, you might be wondering, because these are size large beds, by the way. These are quite big. So how do I receive this? Like, how does this get to my house if I place an order on Amazon?
Yeah, so you might be alarmed when it shows up at your house just at the size of the box, in that the box is going to be pretty compact because we do ship these compressed.
Whoa.
And so as Rachel's showing you, what we call these the inserts. So what makes up the body of the bed is compressed. It's wrapped in plastic, so you'll receive the insert plus the cover separately in the same box, of course. And when you receive it, you'll open that up. We'll include a pamphlet that'll walk you through the opening instructions. Super simple, super easy. You guys can do it. But
we believe in you.
Yeah. So we do this, obviously, it cuts down on shipping waste. It takes up less space in the truck, less trucks on the road. Everybody wins. So.
Yep. Like we said, eco-friendly, doing our part where we can. So that's awesome. Yep. Perfect. So we talked about compression and fill. So let's work our way outwards and touch on the fabric again. So just like fill, we have two different types. We have two different types of fabric as well. So can you highlight maybe the differences between those?
Yeah, so we have the Bentley brown here. This is one of our solid patterns. We also have a blue, a gray, and a tan. These are a woven polyester. It's a really tight knit woven, which is important because the dog's nails aren't going to get stuck as they start to claw at it. This is almost, it feels like upholstery grade, kind of would feel like, what you have on a couch or an armchair. And we also have another type of fabric, which is what all of our patterns would be on. And that has a nice fleece backing. We actually put that fabric through pretty significant dig and scratch testing, and it holds up to basically anything that you can throw at it. So super durable, but while also still maintaining the nice soft hand feel, so it'll be comfortable for the dogs.
That's awesome. Durability is so important in dog beds, so great to hear that they'll stand up to the dog claws.
Yeah.
And actually, let's play a quick clip that we have here that shows all of our beautiful different cover options in both of the fabric types that you just talked about. And we're back. I feel like I had to say it.
We're back.
So there was a clip of all of our different cover options. Like we said, just so many different styles for your different home decor types. We have prints that are a little more traditional. We have prints that are a little more modern. We have options like these that are solid and a little more neutral. So if you like more minimalistic decor, we really do have something for everybody. And I think that really ties back to all of the hard work that you mentioned our design team does in researching trends and patterns, which is fantastic. One reminder that I did want to make, because we're talking about all the different covers that we feature, is that our covers are now sold separately.
They are.
Woo! Super exciting. That was something I know a lot of people were asking for. So that really gives you, I think, the flexibility to only buy what you need. So say you've already purchased a Bark and Slumber bed, maybe you've updated your home decor, you've changed the styling in your house a little bit, and maybe the pattern or color you purchased originally, it's not doing it for you anymore. Now you can buy a new cover and pick something that suits your new decor style a little bit better. You mentioned some of the different materials that they're made with, like that faux suede that we talked about earlier is great for maybe warmer months when your dog is running a little more hot. But we also have options, different cover options that feature faux Sherpa, which is great for the colder months. So again, more flexibility. So you can buy different covers for different seasons. Or you talked about competitor beds and how they can kind of be an eyesore. Maybe you bought something from a competitor and you're just really bored of it. It's like very plain, doesn't really stand out. It's the type of bed you want to hide when company comes over. You can now buy a Bark and Slumber cover, put that on your existing bed, and now you have a luxurious looking dog bed that you're not wanting to hide.
Now's your chance to redeem yourself.
Yes, so now covers now sold separately. So run, don't walk to the covers page so you can take a look at that. Talking about covers a little bit more, one of the main, I think, features and something that a ton of pet owners are asking for is washability.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, it's another thing that just kept coming up when we talked to people was the bed has to be washable. I mean, because dogs, as much as we love them, they can be dirty, they can be smelly, they track dirt in, they have accidents. And so if that happens, what are you going to do? Like, you don't want to throw the whole bed away. You can't be ruined, and you can't live with a stinky, dirty dog bed. So each cover is designed with a big zipper that lets you take the insert and the stuffing out very easily. You throw the cover in the washing machine. The washing instructions are on the tag. It's machine wash cold, machine dry on low, and then it's clean and good as new. As we mentioned, it's polyester, so it's not going to shrink. It's not going to come out weird. It'll be good as new.
Good as the day you bought it. That's awesome. Super easy to refresh it and have that pet bed looking, like we said, like the day you bought it. Yep. Thank you for walking us through that. And also just a call out that that's a great option for dogs that may have, like you said, incontinence issues. So if your dog is prone to having accidents, makes it super easy to clean up. And on that same note, our liner on our insert is also water repellent, correct?
Yeah, we call it oopsie repellent. So if your dog does happen to have an accident, if that makes its way through the cover and it makes it onto the insert, the fabric will stop it there. It's not going to seep through into the fill, so it's not going to get caught in there. It's not going to get caught in smell. So it should roll right off and wash the cover, wipe off the insert, and
Right,
again.
which is a great option if you're like maybe potty training a new puppy. You know, like I said, if your dog has incontinence issues, you don't want to throw away the whole bed. There's nothing worse than buying a bed and then having to throw away the whole thing. So we really do have options for all of that. Awesome. Well, thank you for walking us through, you know, all of the selling points of the brand, what makes it so special. Let's go ahead and watch a quick video that summarizes kind of exactly what we just talked about. Okay, so shout out to our studio team for putting together that beautiful video that talks about all the things that we just mentioned. You might notice that we have our special guest has now joined us. So let's go ahead and give a quick introduction and welcome to Kristen and Nala.
Hi everyone, this is Nala. She loves the Bark and Slumber beds that we have in front of us.
Huge Bark and Slumber fan, and Nala is actually TikTok famous, so we are so blessed to have Nala in our presence today, here to kind of test our beds.
I'm starstruck, actually.
Starstruck. We'll get autographs after the segment.
Autographs.
Autographs. That's so cute.
Man, you beat me to it.
So like I mentioned, Nala is here for a reason today. Nala's going to be putting all of the beds that we've just been chatting about to the test, and we're going to let Nala pick her favorite. So I'm super excited to see which one she lands on. So we have the 4 different styles that we've had sitting in front of us. So Andrew, why don't you go ahead and walk us through all of these different options?
Sure. So you can see there's 2 shapes. We have round beds and we have rectangular beds. The round beds are going to be good for dogs that like to curl up while they sleep. So as we thought about just which styles we wanted to put in our line, we really did think about how do dogs actually sleep and make sure that we had something for. She really wants to test.
She wants to join in the conversation.
Yeah, so your round beds are good for dogs that like to curl up. Specifically, this bed right in front of me here, we call this the round cloud. It's great for dogs to curl up and burrow kind of in that crease between the middle portion and the bolster that goes around the edge. And then your rectangular beds are good for dogs that like to sprawl out while they sleep, stretch out their limbs. The sofa bed in particular, maybe our most luxurious bed, that bolster around the edge is really good for dogs that like to sprawl and rest their head on something. I know my dog Maya is always looking for a pillow or something just to proper chin up on. So
absolutely,
something like that would be.
I love that we have
fine.
Different shapes for different sleepers. It's not like a one-size-fits-all approach because different dogs do like different things. Yeah. I think you mentioned it a bit earlier, but the rectangle shapes down at the end, big dogs typically like those, and with the foam fill, they're nice and supportive. And then the round options, we've seen a lot more smaller dogs love because they love to curl
we've got
up.
beds. You don't have to sleep on the floor.
She's ready to lay down. And then also, just a quick shout out too, that our round cloud is also a great option for a cat bed. So if you're in the market for a cat bed, that's a really popular shape with cats as well. So
yep.
Yeah.
And as a reminder, everything you see here comes in 4 different sizes per piece. So these are the largest. This is on the larger scale, we have an extra large, which
very big.
Staggering how big they are if you see them. So if you've got Great Danes, Newfoundlands, big dogs, our rectangular extra larges could fit a small human, let alone a big dog.
Potentially multiple. I feel like that thing is massive.
Yeah. And then also we go down to really small to fit all the small dogs. So
I love it. Beds for every type of dog. But yeah, let's go ahead and have Nala pick which of the 4 styles is her favorite.
Let's go choose a bed. What about this one?
What do we think it's going to be?
Like this one? No. What about this
the
one?
round cloud?
What about that?
Lounger.
Oh, you like the lounger?
Is the sofa her fave?
No. I think so.
I think we have a winner, Andrew.
Yeah, we have a winner.
It's unanimous.
She's got good taste.
She does. You said it's luxurious, and Nala, she knows her worth. She deserves luxury, so she likes that sofa shape. Awesome. So we've decided on the sofa bed. Remind me again what kind of sleeper that's best for.
So good for dogs that like to spread out. I did mention that Some dogs like to put their chin on the bolster. Nala has put her
Butt.
her butt on the bolster. It's also fine. It's your bed, Nala. All right, we're just here to make it for you. But yeah, dogs that like to spread out, big dogs.
And look how supportive it is. Like, Nala's a
She's
big dog,
she's a
and
big
she
girl.
does not sink in the middle of that. So it definitely is supportive, like we mentioned, great for larger dogs.
Must be comfy too. She's falling asleep.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's, great feedback from Nala over there. So we talked about how easy the beds are to put together. So let's go ahead and watch a quick video that outlines, once you receive this bed, we talked about compression as well, how you're gonna put it together when you get it in the mail.
How to bring your Bark and Slumber pet bed to life. Bark and Slumber pet beds arrive compressed to help cut down on shipping waste. First, carefully open the insert by making a small cut at the end of the plastic and using your hands to pull the remaining plastic open. You should have one base insert and 2 sofa bolster inserts. Next, unzip the bottom compartment and slide the base insert in. Then zip closed. Slide one bolster into one side of the top compartment. The zipper on the elbow of the bolster should face the back corner of the side you are filling. Fill the remainder of the compartment with the second bolster, then zip closed. Massage to the proper shape, snuggle up, and enjoy. Congratulate your assembly partner on a job well done.
Okay, so shout out to our studio team for that lovely video on how to assemble your Bark and Slumber pet bed. It looks pretty easy, simple, so you can do it quickly. Let's go ahead, and now that Nala's picked her favorite style, again, that luxurious sofa bed, let's have her pick her favorite cover as well and really give her, her complete dream dog bed. So we have all of our different cover options laid out in front of Andrew here. So let's chat about those a little more. We showed a little clip of it earlier, but we have the 2 different types of fabrics, so the patterns and then our wovens. So chat with me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, the wovens are going to be all of our solids. So Nala's laying on the brown. We've got a blue, a gray, and a tan. And then for the patterns, multiple colors, multiple different patterns to fit. If you have a modern aesthetic, a more traditional aesthetic. Do you have a personal favorite? Before Nala picks hers, which one do you like?
My favorite is actually on the top, so that makes it
green?
very convenient. That's our ollie green herringbone. Beautiful color. I feel like green's really having a moment right now, so I'm all about anything green in my home decor. What about you?
Okay. I like this plaid right here, this houndstooth plaid.
That one is really
nice.
nice.
The Henry houndstooth. And I like it because it's a hound's tooth on a hound's bed.
That's a good one. We love a dad joke here at Bark and Slumber.
Come for the beds, stay for the dad jokes.
Kristen, do you have a favorite?
I do. I like the triangle one right here.
The Toby triangles, that one's really nice too. That's a great modern print. So like you said, we have more traditional patterns that pair well with traditional home decor. We have more modern patterns for modern home decor. Lots of great solid wovens for maybe more minimalistic people or people that just really love neutrals. So there really is something for everybody. But more importantly, there's something for Nala. So let's figure out which one of these is her favorite and have her pick.
Nala, you want to pick a favorite? Come here. Let's pick one. Which one you like?
Oh,
you like this one? Is this
that
one
the
your
one?
favorite? Yeah. Is this one your favorite?
Okay, so Nala has picked our Good Boy Gray, which is one of our beautiful solid wovens. Great neutral option, so that blends with multiple home decor styles. So let's go ahead and assemble Nala's dream dog bed.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Come on.
Good job, Nala. Good pick.
Good girl.
I'm gonna take these.
Let's go over here. Let's go over here. Come here. Get up.
Excuse me, miss. Thank you.
Beep, beep. Okay. So why don't you go ahead and we talked about how quick and easy it is to swap out your cover. So Andrew and I are going to put our money where our mouth is and go ahead and show you how quickly this can be swapped out.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to prep our new cover here.
I don't want to step on your tail, Nala. That would ruin your time on set. Yep, so if you were going to wash it, just showing you how easy it is to take everything out, you can see Look how big this zipper is, no problem there.
So we have our base insert here. So you're just gonna take your base insert and slide that in first to make sure those corners line up nice and good. We talked about that strong wraparound zipper, makes it super easy. So once you have your base insert into place, I'm just gonna go ahead and zip that closed. Okay. Easy peasy. Let's go ahead and do those bolsters now.
Yeah.
So with the bolsters, you want to figure out which side the zipper starts at and start with that side. So we're going to take bolster number 1, push that all the way forward on that side, and that'll get you to about halfway. Once that's in place, this is why you start on the side where the zipper starts, so you can kind of zip as you go. So once we have bolster number 1 in place, thank you very much. Going to repeat the process on the other side. So bolster number 2 is in place. Tuck that tag in. And then we're just going to finish zipping. Did you time me? How long was that?
Between 24 and 29 seconds.
Very precise. I love it. But see how easy that came together? And now Nala has her dream pet bed here.
You want to lay on your dream pet bed?
Yes.
All right, let's go. Now face.
Let's see.
Good girl.
Product tester.
Now down.
Oh, good girl.
Good girl, Nala.
She looks so cozy.
Now stay. Stay.
Do you actually have a Bark and Slumber bed at home?
We actually have this exact gray
This one?
at home. Yeah.
Well, no wonder she likes it.
No wonder.
Awesome.
Gray is just perfect with all the neutrals in our house too.
Yeah,
It's
it
beautiful.
definitely, like we said, matches multiple decor styles. So a great option if you want to use it in like multiple rooms of the house too. Well, thank you so much, Nala and Kristen, for helping us pick out her perfect pet bed. So we shared what makes the brand so special. We talked a lot about the details, but Andrew, do you have any final thoughts or anything you want to share with all of our Bark and Slumber watchers today?
Just want to thank everybody for tuning in today. We're pretty confident that if you take a look around our assortment, you're going to find something that you love and maybe more importantly that your pet loves. I do want to mention that if you use the promo code 10BARK, we'll put it in the chat, 10BARK between now and the end of the month, September 30th, you'll get 10% off any of the beds in our assortment. So
Awesome. Love a discount. So
sure do.
Run, don't walk. Okay. Well, thank you so much again for joining. I mentioned before, but our next live stream is going to be on 10/1, and we're going to be talking with our design team about aesthetics and styling and some more backgrounds on all of the beautiful patterns and colors we offer. So don't forget to join then. And we're actually going to be doing live streams every single Saturday for the next couple of months. So if you enjoyed this a ton and want to come hang out with us every Saturday, we will be here to talk to you. Another quick reminder that you can shop all of the beds and covers that we featured today below. And then if you have any questions at all, again, we would love to chat with you. So reach out to us at hello@barkandslumber.com and we can chat more. And I think that's it. Thanks both for being here today. And we're actually going to end with a TikTok from Nala, our TikTok superstar, giving a review of her Bark and Slumber bed. Thanks, everyone.
Hello, Nala and I are here to tell you about the new Bark and Slumber gray woven sofa bed. This particular bed we have here is a size large. This bed is so soft and the gray pattern goes very nicely with my home. It has a very clean, sleek look to it. Nala, can you give us a little input on how you feel about this bed? I think she says that she really likes the foam insert. Well, that's all we have for today. Nala gives this bed a 5-star rating.